Hi, this is Nubyjas Wilborn from FoxSportsSouth.com. From the digital team, I'm here with the lovely Rachael Baribeau and, well, Steve Eubanks. We were here at the Auburn, Virginia game for the Chick-fil-A Bowl, and I guess we'll start with Rachael. Rachael, what did you see tonight?
Well, I saw a team that was just inspired. I saw a team that was playing for a departing offensive coordinator and playing under a defensive coordinator that was a head coach and a defensive coordinator and back to a defensive coordinator. So I saw a team that had something to play for tonight, and I saw a team that I think wanted to make a statement going into 2012. And most, if not all, of those points were scored, guys, by guys that are going to be there most likely in 2012. So that says a lot about the future of Auburn.
Well, now, in the beginning, up in the press box, we had a conversation, and Steve was like, well, I think it's going to be a really close game. The 1.5 line was about right. Steve, what happened to make that line wrong?
Yeah, you know, Nubyjas, they really surprised me tonight, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that they were playing with replacements. I mean, you ended up having their starting tailback and primarily the offense throughout most of the year. Michael Dyer was suspended coming into this game. He had to be replaced, and after the second offensive series, the starting quarterback had to be replaced. You ended up having a lot of second and third stringers out there who were playing inspired football tonight. It was really a surprise.
Well, now let's go from here. Let's talk about going a little forward. As we said, Auburn's going to bring a lot of guys back. We'll start with you, Rachael. Rachael, what do you see for Auburn? They're adding Texas A&M to the schedule.
You know, I think Auburn has got a bright future. I think the biggest thing right now is who's going to be their offensive coordinator and who's going to be their defensive coordinator. That's huge right now. And these hours right after this game are critical for Gene Chizik and that staff to be able to make that jump and figure out who that's going to be, because the guy that ran the offense tonight, he's no longer there, guys. That's yesterday's news. So they've got to get somebody in there to harness that really big talent. And again, Virginia playing inspired football to begin with, but certainly some holes and certainly something left to be desired tonight. But Auburn's defense has got some things to shore up for 2012 as well.
And speaking of Auburn's defense, Chizik as defensive coordinator, what type of grade do you give him?
Oh, I give him an A+. They certainly shut down Virginia's run game tonight, which doesn't sound like much except for the fact that Auburn has had one of the worst run defenses in the country all year long. It was really an inspiring performance all year round. But going back to a little bit about what Rachael was just talking about for next year, I don't think Texas A&M is the question. I think LSU and Alabama are the question, as they always are in the West.
And I guess we'll end it on this. Obviously, it's Happy New Year time here from the Georgia Dome for the Fox Sports team. What are your guys' last thoughts from this game and going forward into what should be an exciting next year? We'll start with Rachael.
Just the way they ended this game, the way they ended this season with the punctuation. There were so many questions. At the beginning of the year, everybody said Auburn is young, they're talented, they just haven't been tested and they don't have the experience. And I think they had some lulls throughout the season and certainly hit some skids. But to go out this way for the end of the season and make this exclamation going into 2012 and finishing up recruiting in 2012, it's a big win tonight for Auburn.
And Steve, what are some of the things that you see as your final notes for 2011 going into 2012?
You know, it's a great performance for Auburn and one that they really needed because of recruiting starts immediately. I mean, as the clock ticks over to 2012, the recruiting calendar kicks in. They have got to hit the trail. They're going to have a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, but they're going out on a win. That's going to be huge for them as they try to recruit this coming year.
And once again, this has been Nubyjas Wilborn for FoxSportsSouth.com, and we're here with Steve Eubanks, Rachael Baribeau. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year.